Welcome back to another video. Today I'm with my buddy Brett. Today we're going to be doing a tier making list talking about different supplements and vitamins where we're ranking them from best to worst. Before this we did a fast food one, so make sure to go check that out on his channel. And yeah, we're going to get straight into it. Yeah. So how this works is we're going to go through all the supplements on the list that you see on the screen, and we're going to rank them from best to worst, basically. Personal favorite obviously being the best, and straight trash being obviously the worst.
There's a few in there.
There's definitely a few in there. So let's just hop straight into it.
All right, this first one here, this is vitamins.
First one's vitamins. Now my take on vitamins is they're good if you don't get enough of them from your diet, which is the main focus. So I think they're a decent add-on. They definitely don't hurt.
But if you don't need to take it, like you said, if you're
diet's the most important.
Exactly, I would agree with that.
Yeah, and there's definitely a few vitamins that are like, I would say, better than others. For example, like omega-3s. Most people don't eat fish. Yep. Even like zinc, magnesium. For obviously a lot of reasons.
Iron's a big one too.
Iron's a big one as well. So I think for most people, it's beneficial to include a multivitamin or omega-3s. Yeah. So I would probably give them like an A.
A tier?
There, yeah.
I would say B because I personally don't really take vitamins at all. I don't really find much.
Vitamin and all that?
No.
Okay.
I sometimes take vitamin C, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So I would say maybe like a B tier because they can be useful, but I would say that there's a lot of better supplements than just straight vitamins.
I agree, just because you can get most of these from your diet. So if your diet's good enough, you don't need supplements or you don't need vitamins at all.
We're going B.
Cool.
All right. Energy drinks.
Ooh. 3D.
Personal favorite.
I agree, man.
I love them.
I love energy drinks.
They're terrible for you though. They're terrible for you.
Like if you get the 0-calorie ones, like Monster White in my
but how many chemicals and other crap are in those that like you don't even know?
It's actually not as many as you think. There's a lot like there's vitamin B5, Pantothenic Acid. True. Like there's a lot of obviously like hyper boosted amounts, like 12,000%. But
kind of like vitamins on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think it's actually not too bad. Obviously 0 calories, 0 sugar. I love it. I prefer it over coffee. So I think it's my go-to for like a pre-workout state.
Yep. I would say like S tier.
I agree. S tier just under personal favorite. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Because we admit that they're not the best for you, but
they're amazing.
They're so good. They're just so good.
Monster in 3D, amazing.
I can do. Test booster.
Ooh. Big no for me. Yeah. I've never used it in my life. I actually had a box, but I gave it away as part of the giveaway thing. So Tony, back me up. But yeah, for me, it's a no-go. I would never use that. I think it's like more placebo kind of thing.
I would agree with you on that. I've never really seen them produce that good of results.
I've never heard anyone like talk about how good they got results from
I've had a few friends actually take
unless
them.
Unless we're talking steroids, which they're not. I think they're like these are like legal ones.
Yeah.
I would never use them. I would just say straight trash. I would never buy them. Waste of money, in my opinion.
I would agree with you on that. The straight trash.
Okay.
We're going straight trash.
Whew.
Don't take test boosters.
Next up, glutamine. I used to take this a lot. As you may or may not know, glutamine can help with like post-workout with recovery, stuff like that. Helps with soreness. I used to take this a lot when I was younger, not so much anymore.
Yeah. I don't take them on its own.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna take stuff that's gonna make me recover like better afterwards, then I'm gonna take BCAAs.
Okay.
Over glutamine. I understand that glutamine's good, but glutamine often is included in a lot of BCAAs. So
you're absolutely right. Yeah.
To me, on its own, like it's good, but I wouldn't consider it that good. Like I would say maybe like C or D tier.
I agree. I mean, it's not straight trash. It has some benefits.
It does.
So I'd say
it's fairly expensive for what it does.
It is,
though.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Like it's not like super noticeable. Like, you're not gonna be like fully recovered the next day, right? Yeah. So I honestly probably D as well.
I would say D. I was thinking D.
They're nothing amazing.
Yeah.
What do we got next here? Oh. Fat burning pills.
Straight trash.
Straight trash, guys. This is like one of the biggest marketing supplements out there.
I'm just gonna put it in there right away.
again, like you're not gonna lose fat just because you're taking a fat burning pill.
No.
It all comes down to being a calorie deficit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I feel like this is one of the biggest lies that like the fitness industry tries to sell people, is that you don't have to put in any work or put in minimal work.
The magic pill.
Yeah, and you take a fat burner and you immediately look better. All it does is it increases your heart rate.
Yeah.
That's literally all it does, and it makes your metabolism speed up
I honestly,
by a hair.
I'm gonna go back on what I just said. Not completely, but I'm gonna actually put it in D because of one benefit. I think fat burning pills can help. Obviously, it has no fat burning benefits, but it can help with like reducing appetite, which in turn can then help reduce calories.
I will agree with you on that, actually.
In my opinion, it's almost like a coffee, like a stimulant, the caffeine.
We'll go D.
We'll go D.
We'll go D.
Like, they're not fat burning, they're not going to burn fat, but they will reduce your appetite and then in turn reduce your calories.
We were a little harsh at the start.
So D, I think is fair.
Okay. Intra Workout. I've never used Intra Workout.
I used it like once or twice when I was younger. I think they can be good. I know there's different kinds of Intra Workouts. There's one that's like BCAA oriented and then one that's like carbohydrate oriented. So that one could be good if you're like bulking. Easy way to get carbs in. It's like, 50 carbs, 200
Have
carbs.
pretty good workouts with it.
Yeah, so I would definitely not an essential. You absolutely don't need it to build muscle. I would probably put them as a C because they can be beneficial. They're not really placebo because actual legit.
Yeah. But I feel like it kind of goes along that they're kind of expensive for how little they're gonna
100%.
Affect you. Like if you're taking pre-workout, I don't think that you also need to take Intra Workout. But if you're not taking pre-workout and you're taking Intra Workout, I think that's a little different.
Yeah.
Like if you have a coffee like an hour before you go to the gym, then taking Intra Workout
I would prefer BCAAs over Intra Workout. The only type of Intra Workout I think may be beneficial again is with like the carb ones. I know there's a few brands, I forgot the names.
I would agree with that.
If you're like a hard gainer, possibly. C is fine.
We'll do C.
Whey isolate protein, or whey protein.
I would say A tier.
I think this is like, out of any supplement, I think protein powder is maybe, possibly the most important, just because most people do not consume enough protein.
I would agree with that.
And protein is absolutely critical for like far beyond just muscle building.
I would agree with that.
Overall longevity, health, so much.
Yeah. I mean, I take protein.
Yeah. I mean, for us, we probably get most of our protein from our diet, but most people have such a hard time. Like, I would eat minimum 200 grams protein per day.
Yep.
I don't know about you.
Not that much.
I mean, you're like 160, right? 170?
I weigh about 185.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, so how much protein do you eat?
Thick boy under these clothes.
Not the right way.
Rude.
So how much protein do you eat a day?
I don't know. I feel like it varies. If I'm very physically active, then I try to eat more. I try to aim for 1 gram per pound. I feel like that's kind of the general rule. So I try to get at least anywhere from like 150 on like the low end up to like 200 on like the upper end. That's if I'm working out and I'm very physically active. Lately, I have not been eating nearly as much as that because I haven't needed nearly as much protein.
But no, I think for the general population, like knowing from experience, most of my clients before they enter my program were like heavily under eating protein. So obviously it's going to be extremely hard to build muscle if your protein intake's not high enough. So I would actually put it as an S tier.
S tier?
S tier.
All right, I agree.
Cool.
All right, next one.
Okay, so next we got Beta-Alanine. So this is more of like a pump / pre-workout product.
This makes my face tingle.
This makes my face really red, really tingly. I don't like it as much as some of the other stimulants.
I low-key like how it feels.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like
the tingly
it.
feeling?
I like it.
For me, not so much. And I think it's like really easy to overdose. I mean,
big time.
Your workout, it's like complete garbage after
that. I think there's kind of like a fine line. You gotta take enough of it, but I find that taking too much, like you said, it just makes you feel.
Your face gets super. For me, my face gets so red. I get super tingly. So I would put it probably. I think it's definitely worse than the other stimulants. So I'll probably put it like as a D.
What is Beta-Alanine is mostly for pump, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's because that's what I use it for. So
it's
am I using it wrong?
It's in like a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of products. Yeah.
I don't use it on its own. So I mean, like for me, like I'd rather take a pre-workout than take just Beta-Alanine. So I would kind of throw it in kind of like the middle range, like maybe like a C tier.
I would even say D.
D?
I mean, I would
kind of the same range as glutamine.
Yeah. Like you don't need it. There's other products.
It's expensive on its own.
Yeah.
No supplements.
No supplements. Oh wow. I actually like this one.
If you can have a nice body and are physically fit without taking supplements, you are a legend.
Amen.
A legend. Now, this isn't for everybody. I'm not saying that most people, I would say, can't get away with taking no supplements. I would say, though, just for the fact that if you can get away with taking it, you're A, saving a ton of money, B, you're not putting anything potentially harmful in your body, because there are supplements that are harmful
100%,
for your body, and C, you're just a legend. You're just a legend if you can do that.
I agree completely. Like, I feel like if you can get a sick physique without any supplements, that means your diet is on point. And it's obviously better to get all your nutrients from diet versus supplements.
Yep.
So I actually like that we added this option into this. I would probably put it, I mean, it's kind of weird to like rank it as like a favorite.
I know, it's kind of weird. I would say like
I would say an
A. You're A?
I would say
A,
yeah.
Right,
I mean, if you can,
A.
I think people over rely on supplements. I think people like
this is kind of like
supplements are like the magic pill, the hack to getting a sick
yeah.
body, right? So that's why I kind of rank it higher, because you literally don't need supplements.
No.
You don't need supplements at all.
No.
So cool. What do we got next? Pre-workout. Ooh. Guys, I'm a huge stim guy.
I'm so biased on this.
Are you a big stim guy?
I love pre-workout. It is so horrible for your body.
It's bad because you become so reliant, and then 1 scoop turns to 2 scoops, 2 scoops turns to 3. It's just like so bad for you, obviously.
It's horrible for your heart too.
It's really bad for blood pressure. Oh my, there's so many bad things, but I mean, it makes the workout
so much better.
And in turn, if you get a better workout, you break down the muscle more.
Yeah.
Muscle more hyper, you know.
Like I'm at the point now where I like cannot work out without
it is
pre-workout.
difficult.
I can't do it.
I've been trying to lower my intake of pre-workout just because I don't want to become reliant on it. But for legs, I find it's very hard to squat heavy without any caffeine use.
Or deadlift.
Even
like heavy benches. I was just thinking that. And you like the main lift.
Maybe
like,
for arms, but for arms again, I want to have a sick.
Right.
You know, so it's tough, guys. Again, you absolutely do not need pre-workout. It's kind of expensive too. I find it almost has the same benefits as having a black coffee.
Because I'm so reliant on it, I would say personal favorite. But that's just because I'm heavily biased.
There's one other product I think is better that you can take as a pre-workout, so I'm going to put it as an S.
S tier? I would agree. We're going S tier.
This next one, guys, is a personal favorite. I've actually never had a pump product before Ghost Supplements released this. I've never seen this in stores as like a pump. I've seen Beta-Alanine, I've seen Citrulline Malate, but I've never seen a pump product. So I love this product. The pump you get from this is almost illegal. It is crazy. You got
like Jack 3D illegal?
It's legit legal though. You got all 3 heads. You got Beta-Alanine, you got Citrulline Malate, and Nitric Oxide. All 3 heads hitting you. I think overall, and it's not too expensive either. You only need 1 scoop. And what I like about this, caffeine free. So I like to work out between like 6 and 10 p.m. at night. So obviously, if I have a pre-workout, I'm gonna be wired till like 2, 3 in the morning. For me, personal favorite.
You know,
I think it's so good, especially Ghost.
I can't make a comment on it because I haven't tried it, so I have to take your word for it.
Personal favorite is?
Personal favorite.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Next one. Woo! Vegan protein. Vegan protein. What are your thoughts about veganism?
For my honest opinion, yes. I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair.
I understand. I can understand why people go vegan, and I can respect why people do. They want to protect the environment. They want to protect like animal rights and stuff like that. Yeah. I personally hate the taste of most vegan things, except for if it's like fruit or vegetables on their own.
Like vegan specific products.
If I'm gonna do something that is more plant-based, I'm gonna go the vegetarian route than the vegan route.
Fair enough, yeah. I completely agree to an extent. With this particular vegan brand, Ghost, again, I think most vegan products taste like absolute trash. So I would never have it if it tastes like that. But with Ghost, I find their vegan stuff tastes awesome. I actually have a few tubs. Yeah. And what I like about vegan protein specifically, it digests for me a lot better. Okay. Sometimes when I have a lot of whey, kind of get a little bloated.
Yeah.
I find like a lot of dairy in my system. I get a little bit bloated. With vegan, I get no bloat and obviously the same amount of protein. And the fact that there's vegan like protein powders now, more so than before, I think is really helpful because when you are vegan, the biggest thing you take a hit on is your protein intake. A lot of foods, you're going to be skyrocketing with carbs, sugars, all that stuff, but not many foods are high in protein. versus like a meat diet, right? So for me, it's actually a personal favorite.
Yeah.
I would prefer it over whey protein. We have whey protein.
Really? You prefer over whey protein?
For the sole, only with Ghost, for the sole reason that it tastes awesome. Ghost specifically, not any other ones. And it's for me, for my body, it digests a lot easier than whey.
Okay. Okay. You know, I understand the benefits of it, but I have never tried a vegan protein that tastes good.
Wow, we gotta hook you up.
Apparently. Let's try some after this video.
I'm going personal favorite then if you doesn't know. You never had it, so
personal favorite?
Personal favorite for me.
I can't agree with that.
Like if I have protein powder, most of the time it's gonna be.
I think we should put it in the same category as isolate because you're gonna go one of the two like routes. You're either gonna go vegan protein or you're gonna go isolate or just like whey protein in general. Sure. So I would say it would be classified as the same because of that fact. It can go either way.
Yes, to an extent, but I think like they are equal in terms of like protein, but like I think just a lot easier to digest. It tastes. Let's just say they taste the same, everything's the same, but
okay, if it tasted the same, but it's so much more expensive though. That's the other thing too.
That's true.
They're way more expensive because I'm guessing it's harder to make. I don't know.
I have no idea either. Okay, S. Okay, S,
we're gonna go S tier.
Yeah,
made some convincing arguments today.
That was a good one.
All right, BCAAs.
BCAAs. Ooh, what do you think?
I buy this when I'm feeling rich.
AKA straight trash gives you no benefits.
I don't fully agree on that.
No, I'm kidding.
I would probably throw it in like somewhere in the middle, like B or C tier. I still use it from time to time, but I really only use it because it tastes good.
Good, yeah.
And
it's nice to sip on.
It has some nice benefits for recovery.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't really find it does a whole lot.
It does. For me, I think BCAAs are absolute trash. Like, if you need BCAAs, that means that indicates to me that your diet is trash. Because if you're eating enough protein breaks down into BCAAs. So if your protein intake is adequate, there's no need for BCAAs because you're gonna have enough BCAAs from those proteins.
So what you're saying is my diet is trash.
Yeah, essentially.
I had Kraft dinner last night, so you're not wrong.
There you go. So for me, I never use BCAAs unless you're like heavy cutting. Like if you're like in a severe, maybe like last couple weeks of cut.
Because it's kind of like a filler in your system. That's the thing. Is it's not really gonna.
Yeah, and if you're like really just restricting calories, it could almost act as like protecting your muscles. But that's like extreme cases. Like 95% of people will never get there.
I would say C or D.
I would say D.
See, I don't want to rank it at D though because it's, in my opinion, better than glutamine and beta-alanine on their own. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
the benefits are like almost.
They're marginally better in my opinion though.
In what way?
In the sense that you're getting more out of it.
Yeah, I would say okay, C is fine then, just because it has more.
I think we should go C.
It has glutamine.
It has as well. Exactly, so we can't compare it to.
Okay, C is fine.
The same stuff. I say we go C.
Yeah, it's basically an Intra Workout.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we got, what is that? Citrulline Malate. I actually have that exact brand in my cupboard. That's funny. I've been really enjoying this product lately. I find the biggest benefit I get from this is the mental like stimulants.
What does citrulline do on its own? I actually don't know.
It's basically a vasodilator.
Okay,
But I think this specific one has a lot of nootropics, so it like makes you feel awesome.
For those of you who don't know what that means that it dilates your blood vessels, so you can get more blood to
you get more vascular, you get better pumps, and more blood in your muscle, the bigger,
exactly.
more fuller. And especially, I've been combining this with like sometimes I'll pre-workout with citrulline, and I find like every time I have citrulline, I just feel amazing mentally. My focus is awesome, a lot of serotonin, nootropics flowing. So for me,
I've never taken it on its own. I've only ever had it like when it's been in my pre-workouts.
And I did some research on citrulline malate. It's actually recommended by a lot of not by a lot, but doctors actually recommend taking this if you have like struggles with like blood flow and stuff, because that's what it does.
Right.
Blood flow,
exactly.
Right? And a lot of people
you want to be careful though not to take too much.
100%. I would give this an A. I think it's up there with.
I would agree with you on that. I would agree with you because this is one of like the main components of like a good pre-workout too.
Yeah, and blood flow is important all around.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got next?
Okay.
Ooh, greens powder. What do you think?
It's good if you don't eat enough vegetables. That's pretty much it. If you eat enough vegetables, it comes down to diet.
Again, I think the common trend throughout this entire video is diet, guys. If you can get a good diet, you can cut out like 95% of these subs.
I would completely agree with that.
In terms of the actual supplement though, greens powder, I like it. I feel pretty good after it. I've noticed some benefits from it. I have greens powder as almost like, I don't rely on it because I eat a lot of spinach, watercress, lettuce, a ton of vegetables. But just kind of like as a backup, just in case there are some micronutrients that I miss. I feel like
it's more natural vitamins than taking vitamins. So
yes,
I would almost
rank it higher than
vitamins.
It's a fermented vegetable dish, like a ton of different broccoli and all that stuff fermented in the powder. So
exactly.
I actually really like the product. The only downside is it's really expensive. Like
is
a
it?
tub, I don't know, I'm not sure about Ghost, but a regular tub at like Walmart's like $60 for like a month worth of serving.
Then again, if you are gonna buy like vitamins on their own, it is gonna be super expensive as well. Like vitamins aren't cheap.
True. I would prefer greens powder over vitamins because it has way more.
I would agree. I would say
kind of like the BCAA thing versus the glutamine encompasses everything.
I would say A tier.
A tier, I agree.
Let's rank it A tier.
A tier it is.
Cool. Protein bars, Quest bars.
Quest bars are awesome.
Freaking love them. I absolutely love Quest bars. Protein bars in general.
Let's talk protein in general.
Okay, protein bars in general. I don't want to be biased here, but protein bars are...
I think they're like a really convenient snack to add to your diet.
Snack.
It saves a lot of time of cooking. They're easy, portable. You can take them anywhere. Mm-hmm. I think they're awesome, again, because most people don't get enough protein.
They are fairly expensive for what they are. Like, you can pay up to like $5 for a protein
that
bar.
is a downside.
But for the convenience and the benefit that you get, because I mean, you can get like 20 grams of protein in
25, yeah. Which is awesome hit.
Which is like the equivalent of like a scoop of protein.
Yeah.
Or a little bit less, but...
I think as a snack alternative, it's awesome.
Snack alternative?
It's way better than having like a Mars bar or...
Yeah, oh no, exactly. You're going to get more nutritional value out of it. And you also get a lot of carbs as well. So if you want to have a little bit of like an energy boost, then I find that you can get quite a bit of that as well as some protein from one of those bars.
And I think most protein bars are pretty low in sugar because their fiber intake is a lot higher, which means the more fiber you have, the more fuller you're going to feel as well.
Exactly.
So that's another upside.
The one thing that I would say about this though is you cannot replace, in my opinion, protein on its own, like isolate protein or vegan protein, with a protein bar. Like, I wouldn't take a protein bar after a workout.
Really? I would.
You would?
I would, because it has carbs, it has protein.
You would take it over a scoop of protein though, that's what I'm saying. I would take it if I had to.
I think it's interchangeable.
You think so?
I think so. Because for post-workout, you want to have carbs and protein. That has both, right?
This is true. I usually eat right afterwards though, so that's...
Like, if you have like a banana and a shake, I'd rather have that.
Okay, no, I see what you're saying.
I think again, it's going to be in the S tier.
I would agree, S tier.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Cool.
Okay.
What do we got next?
Mass gainer. That is so bad.
Straight
just
trash.
Dump it in the
Let's
trash.
go.
Just like unscrew that lid and just dump it in the trash. Like bad.
Did you take mass gainer as a kid when you started lifting?
No, I never got into it because
I think it's a very common trend for kids that just start lifting, go to the Popeyes or whatever, and
you're like 16, 17,
exactly.
Skinny,
That's what I did. For the first 2 years of
huge.
lifting, I went to supplement store like every month and try to download these mass gainer shakes. It was disgusting.
This stuff is cancerous for your body.
It is. There's so much garbage and synthetic products that get put into that stuff. It's absolute garbage.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
And it's hard to drink every single day. No way.
Yeah, it's nasty. I'm putting that straight trash.
Again, guys, get your calories from real food. It's going to be way more beneficial. This stuff is so synthetic and man-made. It's just horrible for your body.
If you're trying to put on mass and you want to have protein through shakes and stuff like that, take a heavier like whey protein. Don't even go isolate route. Just like take a regular whey protein instead. If you want to get a little bit more out of it, don't take mass gainer.
I think the next level to that is just like research foods that are more calorically dense. So stuff that's like low in volume but high in calories. So examples are like oils. Like coconut oil is awesome. Nuts are incredibly calorically dense. I think like 100 grams is like 600 calories. It's crazy. Avocados. Stuff like that is going to be way more dense and not as much food, so they're not going to feel as full.
Yep.
Right? So just research foods that are more calorically dense and you'll have no problem getting the equivalent amount of calories. Okay, next we got creatine.
Creatine.
In my opinion, creatine out of everything here, maybe besides protein, is by far the most researched supplement on the market. I think there's definitely a ton of benefits and very little downside.
I would agree.
It's cheap. Creatine monohydrate is dirt cheap.
Super cheap.
There's almost literally no downsides. I think overall it's a great supplement, and it's.
I do too.
But again, it's not gonna be like a magic supplement. You're gonna be like, oh my god, way bigger because you take creatine. I remember like in high school, people were like, oh, you take creatine, you're taking steroids.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that actually. Wow, that was bad times.
So, in my opinion, I think it's a great product. One of the most researched products on the market.
Yeah.
Cheap.
I would say for what it is, for best bang for your buck.
I'd also say personal favorite.
I would say personal favorite too. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't need to cycle on and off it. You can take all
now,
year round.
okay, personal opinion, because there's a large debate over this. Do you prefer taking your creatine before or after your workouts?
It does not matter at all. I think the difference in effects is so minuscule that you're not gonna see any difference. And I think from the research I've done, like especially through like Jeff Nippard, Bio, and all those guys, it is like almost no difference if you take it pre or post.
Yep. No, I would agree. I was just saying for the watchers here, because it's such a huge debate.
Yeah.
And I used to try to convince people, like back when I like didn't know what I was talking about, which I still don't really know what I'm talking about. But no, I used to try to convince people that like it was better to take it before, and then I did some more research and I was like, no, it's better to take it after. And it's like, as long as you're taking it.
Yeah, that's all. 3 to 5 grams a day. 3 if you're a girl, 5 if you're a guy. It's fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's all personal favorite.
Last
but
here.
not least,
Steroids. Here we go. I
Either.
would consider this above personal favorite because steroids.
Elite god status.
Oh my goodness.
For me, straight trash.
I would agree.
I mean,
I personally have never taken steroids.
Same.
I will never take steroids.
I think steroids is the only one that we have no experience with on the list.
If
so
you want to shorten your lifespan but look like a god during,
I mean, steroids obviously
brief
massive
life.
risk versus reward. I think like the side effects and all that is just way too much.
Like huge
For
hormonal
the
imbalance.
short term, I think a lot of people think they take
hormonal
steroids. It's like the rest of your life. Like you take steroids, obviously you're gonna gain massive gain.
Yeah.
But the faster you gain, also the faster you lose it, right? So
It's true.
For me, it's a long-term game. I'm in it for the long-term health reasons. So I think the side effects is just too deadly for the.
And if you come off of it, then you also get.
BITCH tits.
You don't want that.
And your hormones, your test goes down. Like there's hair loss, acne.
There's so many.
Too much.
No.
So for me, straight trash.
I would honestly put it below straight trash. I want to leave it down here because it's. Yeah, don't guys. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Is there any other ones we missed? I was just thinking while we're going through it, maybe like nitric oxide, but again, that's going to be similar to Beta-Alanine or.
Yeah, I would say like on its own, like D, just because it's like you want to take everything all together.
I agree. Anything else we missed?
That's what I can think of.
Cool. If there's any other ones that we missed, guys, comment down below.
The biggest theme though throughout this, make sure you're eating properly.
Yeah.
Like supplements, if you can take, like we said before in this A tier, if you can take no supplements and just rely solely off of your diet, if you have that good of a diet, props to you, because
you can eliminate we have 19 on the list, but you can eliminate probably
most of
honestly almost every single one.
Yep.
Maybe creatine, because creatine is hard to get by with the diet.
Yeah.
You can eliminate at least 95% of this list if your diet is solid. So,
yep.
And most of your gains should be focused on your diet. Like, that's where you're gonna see most of your. Like, don't become reliant on supplements.
Yep.
So.
I agree.
Cool, man.
Tight.
All right, guys, that is the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if there's any other ones that we missed, comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond. Well, this video, again, is half an hour. It's crazy.
I know.
That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give that a thumbs up. I'll have Brett's socials down below. This guy just started YouTube a couple weeks ago, so he's a YouTube newbie.
Follow if you want to see some pretty
go help him out.
Mediocre content.
And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.